busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital.
What is next for Ilia Topuria? Now, Ilia Topuria's got to heal. He's got to heal. And there's nothing Ilia Topuria can do because I feel he's set in his ways of how he goes about his fights, and how he goes about his fights aren't bad. I think he will always have a hard time with somebody who's able to withstand the shots that Ilia Topuria can.
Ilia Topuria suffered the first loss of his career at UFC Freedom 250, but the bigger concern is his injury. Dana White confirmed that Topuria suffered a suspected orbital fracture after a punishing night in the octagon, adding that the damage made it one of the toughest fights of his career and that he's now in recovery mode.
Ilia's in the hospital. He's busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And you know, tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good, and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax and rest and heal.
Adding further context from the event aftermath, Dana White also revealed that Justin Gaethje walked away with $825,000 in performance bonuses, underlining the financial impact of his standout performance.
The bonuses tonight are fight of the night, Ilia Gaethje, the performance of the night, Gaethje and gone. So Gaethje wins like $825,000 for bonus.
Justin Gaethje later reflected on the fight, praising Topuria's speed and body shot attacks, but noting that once the bout moved beyond the early rounds, Topuria's momentum began to fade. He suggested the pressure shifted as the fight progressed and Topuria's composure started to break under sustain.
Give him all the respect in terms of like his skill set in there. You know, he said probably the second best guy he prepared for outside of Khabib. But now that you're through Ilia, was he as good as you thought he was? Was he better than you thought he was? Just can you talk about what you experienced in there with him?
I mean, he's very good. I mean, my liver still hurts right now. Those body shots were crazy. I mean, he was really, really fast, but you know, when he didn't get the finish at the end of the second round, I think it really took his spirit. And, you know, again, I said it in the press conference leading up. I was like, he really backed himself into a corner saying he's going to be so dominant. And I said it. When we go to the second round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? When we go to the third round, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Expanding on that mindset, Gaethje explained that absorbing heavy damage while staying composed was part of his approach, highlighting how the difficult moments forced him into a deeper survival state inside the cage.
It's really hard to put it into words right now. I mean, just trying to enjoy this moment. And yeah, it was such a crazy ride. We had a lot of delays. A couple of the, like the rehearsal delayed, tonight delayed. But yeah, you know, these are again, I wouldn't recommend this to my enemy. We are some of the toughest people on this earth. Mentally, physically, all these guys up here and all the guys that lost tonight. We, and me specifically, I've said it from day one, I'm a promoter's wet dream. And I proved that tonight.
Prepared for a possible loss in order to dig into that deeper mindset. He said he took heavy damage, but stayed composed and fought through the toughest moments. Gaethje said, I told myself I was going to lose. I told myself I was going to get embarrassed so that I can go to my most primal place and dig deep, and I had to. That guy had me in trouble. He had me rocked. He rocked my chin, smoked my liver, and I stuck in it. Adding historical weight to the discussion, an old Khabib Nurmagomedov clip resurfaced where he described Gaethje as the hardest hitter he had ever faced in the UFC, reigniting debate.
That fight was Justin Gaethje, last fight. It was like when I go to the cage, you know, this guy, he hit like truck, you know, like nobody hit harder than Justin Gaethje. His kick, his punch, his left hook, right uppercut, you know, it's like, but I make him hit me, you know. Like when I go to the cage and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring him to the deep ocean. Yeah. Deep ocean is like I'm gonna make him tired on stand up and I'm gonna bring him on ground and finish him there. You know, first of all, what I have to do because he have very good wrestling base. He is very good wrestlers and like beginning of fight, I knew like this guy don't let me wrestling and I go through on his punch kicks. And you know, it's like everything what happened with father, like I was think like
title picture. Michael Bisping stated that Arman Tsarukyan had done enough to deserve the next lightweight title shot, arguing that no contender had a stronger claim at this stage, and that the division's direction should move toward him.
There's one name, and we all know whose name that is. It's Arman Tsarukyan. He is the guy that should get the shot. I think Justin Gaethje deserves right now to go and do whatever he wants to do, take as much time off as he likes, within reason. But Arman Tsarukyan needs to be the first defense. The man has been beating everybody. I mean, he's phenomenal. I mean, some of the performances that he's had, the finishes that he's had, and just the run that he's on, and the popularity that he has gained. You know, I mean, look at that, beating Charles Oliveira. I mean, destroying Dan Hooker last time out. And look at that, I guess, Beneil Dariush. It was mere seconds, like 16 seconds or something crazy like that. Arman Tsarukyan.
Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan mocked Topuria after his defeat and made clear he believes he'll be the next challenger for the belt. Tsarukyan posted on Instagram, "They called us crazy. Ilia, if you need any money for your medical bills, let me know." Tsarukyan has been having the time of his life, continuing to mock Topuria on social media. On the other side, Demetrius Johnson defended Topuria after the loss, noting that all great champions, including GSP and John Jones, have experienced losses. He added that setbacks don't define a fight.
He's 29 years old. He's made a ton of fucking money. And, I mean, every great athlete loses. GSP lost. I've lost. I've gotten knocked out. Only person who hasn't lost, actually, he has lost. He lost to Hamill. John Jones has also lost. All the greats have lost, ladies and gentlemen. We've all lost, and that doesn't say that Ilia Topuria can't come back.
Demetrius Johnson discussed possible next matchups for Topuria, suggesting high-level stylistic fights such as a clash with Arman Tsarukyan due to his wrestling and athleticism. He added that fight length would significantly change strategy, noting that 3-round bouts reduce adjustment time, while 5-round
versus Arman Tsarukyan, that'll be a sick fight too. He's gonna have to deal with Arman Tsarukyan's athleticism, his wrestling, just his will to move around and just be dynamic as an athlete. You know, can Arman withstand Ilia Topuria's power if you get him out? Now, next time Ilia Topuria fights, if it isn't a title fight, it's gonna be 3 rounds. So Ilia Topuria has less rounds to work with. If it's a title fight, so he's got 5 rounds, it changes the strategy a little bit. You guys don't realize that. When you're doing a 3-round fight versus a 5-round.
Gaethje for the undisputed direction of the division. Pimblett wrote, "The only thing you had to do was beat a 38-year-old coming off a 5-round war with me. Instead, you quit on your stool like the little you are. I'm a real fighter and went 5 rounds. You're a little pretender, Topuria. Congratulations, Justin Gaethje, rematch for undisputed." A parody account impersonating Islam Makhachev added another angle to the fallout, joking that Topuria should focus on recovery and development before chasing higher challenges. The impersonation leaned into exaggerated humor, while referencing the division's title picture and post-fight.
Дали на этом турнире, но вот Хабиб на нашем подкасте сказал, что он не хотел бы, чтобы ты там дрался. Сейчас ты понимаешь, почему он это сказал?
Плюс-минус понимаю, но у нас были разговоры. Я уже, как говорил, там в Твиттере я выкладывал. Иногда, если я молчу, все думают, что соперник, если разговаривает, то он правду говорит. Мне утром позвонили, предложили бой, я согласился. Ничего не прося, мне сами предложили бой с плюсом в гонораре. Потом на следующее утром перезвонили, сказали, что Топурия захотел где-то 20, что ли, миллионов. Ему отказали. И все, бой сорвался. И через пару часов его менеджер дал интервью, сказал, что нас не устроила сумма, чтобы подраться с Исламом, ну, за те же деньги. Когда ты молчишь, они болтают, и люди начинают им верить просто в интернете, я думаю. Травма, они уже обо мне переживают. Прими там бой, я приму, но нет уже контракта. Как я приму? Что я приму вообще? У меня нет никаких...
Islam's coming back from an injury, a hand injury. As soon as he's ready, we'll figure out what's next for him.
У меня есть старая травма руки, но это после завершения моей карьеры я ее буду оперировать. Но сейчас это не причина, что бои какие-то сорвались. На делах мы видели, что было сейчас. Кто-то скажет, это неправда, но я могу показать переписки с моим менеджером, мы с ним созванивались, переписывались. Я уже говорил тоже, мне он позвонил. В Белом доме бой против Топурии. Я говорю, все, давай сразу. И дали мне, я даже не просил, они говорят, Али, гонорар поднимается, потому что в Белом доме. Я говорю, еще лучше.